Sha. In today's video, we'll be learning how to draft a bustier with yoke. I'm using a back measurement of 14 inches divided by 2, which is 7. Slanting the shoulder by half an inch. You can do 1 inch. I went ahead to get my armhole by dividing the bust by 6 plus 1.5, which gave me 7.5. I'm marking the neck wideness and depth, which is 3 by 3 standard. I went ahead to mark a straight line to connect the bust line and the shoulder line. Then I wrote a line just to connect the armhole line and the neckline. I went ahead to get the midpoint of the armhole by bending my tape into 2. Then I came in by half an inch. I'm drawing my armhole line with the ruler. I divided by bust by 4, which is 9 inches 36 divided by 4. Then right now I'm marking out the shoulder to nipple point, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to waist measurement. I'm marking my waist divided by 4, which is 30 divided by 4, which is 7.5. Then I connected the bust line and the waistline together. Nipple to nipple or bust span divided by 2, that is 7 divided by 2 in this case, which is 3.75. Connecting my points together. At this point, I'm marking where I want my yoke to start from. You can use 4 or 6 or even 5. It actually depends on the design you are working with. In this case, we are working with a sweetheart design. You can leave your yoke also as straight as it is, but in this case, we are working with a sweetheart neckline. I marked half an inch on this side, both at the under bust and the waistline, then 1.5. That is because of the size I'm working with. Anything bigger than this, maybe 38 or 40 and above, you can do 0.75 on this side where I have half an inch and 2 inches on the other side. I'm trying to get my curved line with the ruler. I'm taking half an inch on both sides. You can do 0.75 depending on the size of the client. But for this size, this half on both sides, it's fine to lock the bust, the upper bust. I'm replacing the dart I took on the waistline. I'm also doing the same at the armhole area and then the upper neckline where I took my half an inch on both sides. I'm drawing out the line. Right now I'm taking the measurement where I want my yoke to start from. After placing my ruler, I decided to redraw the line. I preferred it lower than the initial point, so I came down a little bit. At this point, I'm taking my bust dart for feet at the side because the side is shorter than the front. The side is usually shorter than the front, just to eliminate any kind of folds at the sides. If you look closely at the two sides of these curved lines, you will notice one looks bigger than the other. So I'm taking the difference so that when I do the joining or whenever this pattern is sewn, they will be equal. The same lines will be equal. One will be shorter than the other. Cutting out my pattern. We are done with the front now, so we are working with the back pattern. I'm marking out all the lines, all the points I marked for the front, just repeating the same thing I did when I was starting the front pattern. Straightening the points I marked. I'm taking a margin of 1 inch from the beginning of the tip of the paper so that I can be able to bring out my zipper allowance from there. Taking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7, 14 by 2, which is 7. I'm marking 7.5, which we did, just everything we did the other time for the front. I'm taking 3 by 1 inch, that's 3 wideness and 1 depth for the back neckline. I'm putting my bust measurement and the waist measurement I've divided. Putting my bust span or nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, because just like there was that at the back, at the front, there will also be that at the back. Right now, I'm taking the measurements I took from the armhole where my yoke started from. You can decide to make both not to be equal, but in this case, I'm making the starting point equally. So I took my 3.75. You can decide to make it, not to make a straight line, but in this case, I decided to use the straight line. I'm replacing my dart. Right now, I'm shortening the back by 1 inch, just the way I shortened the side for the front. That's what I'm doing for the back to avoid bulge. I'm taking out half an inch at the waistline, also just to avoid bulge and just to eliminate any kind of fold when wearing the outfit. I'm replacing back the half an inch I took off. Now remember we took 1.5 for the front pattern, and the back we've only taken 1 inch, so the remaining half inch I'm taking it off at the side. You can decide to take your 1.5 at the downside, that where I took off the 1 inch, but it all depends on the measurement. If you took your back measurement, your back half length measurement, or shoulder to your half length for the back, it depends on the measurement. The measurement can be taken easily. You can work it like this. I'm folding my dart. Closing my dart. I want to cut off the waist dart so that I can close the one in the bust area. Cutting out my yoke. At this point, I didn't want the yoke of the back to be straight, just the way this is looking. It depends on the design you are working with. You can use it this way and put your zipper at the back, but in this case, I don't want zipper at the upper side of the yoke, at the upper part of the dress I mean. So I'm taking off that part, cutting out that shape. You can do any shape of your choice. So the back is ready. Cutting out the front pattern. my yoke. And I'm cutting out the lower part. Folded my dart, the side dart or the bust dart. I'm straightening that line, trying to connect the bust, the chest line to the waistline. So we've cut out both the back and the front. You can see the front. So you can go ahead and try yours. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.